This week is Noche UFC and we are breaking down some submissions. John Gooden alongside head coach at Team Crossface David Lee, one of the biggest stars in the sport. Rosas Jr. got a really nice rear naked choke finish, but it was the way that he put this all together which was particularly sweet. We're going to let Dave break it down.
Well, yeah, the biggest factor there is the body triangle.
Yeah.
He had it on the ground, they're kind of turning around, trying to figure it out, and then he stood up, didn't he? So then now it becomes a massive problem. Not only are you dealing with the squeeze of the body triangle, you're dealing with the weight of me on your back, you're dealing with me trying to take your neck. There's a lot of things you have to deal with here, John.
Let's go for it, Dave.
Let's say I'm on your back, and he's transitioned from just like having straight normal hooks. He's on the back seatbelt, maybe making the choke, and then he gets this foot right across and makes this triangle. This is savage. It does lock me in place, but this is also good for me being peeled off. I'm not going to be able to be thrown away off here because I'm so locked onto your hip. And here there's a point where he kind of does get a bit of momentum and he hooks the leg. So once you stand up, John,
I'll use the fence.
That's it, get up. So once this is happening, you see how your legs are now having to hold me even when you stood up there. You're not just making a squat, you're making a squat with double your body weight. And now here, the problem is as that choke's trying to come around, you're going 2-on-1, he peels that nicely away. And at the moment we're standing up tall so you can see what's happening, but the whole time he's bearing that weight, so he's got to think of trying to get rid of him, which is not really happening, and when that happens, he commits to the knee and he has to commit to the post. And then as soon as that happens, this is done. As soon as these arms are around your neck, it's toast. And then not only am I squeezing here around the neck, I'm squeezing the body, I'm hipping in. There's a whole world of hurt right here. It just totally sucks. And then straight away he's got the submission and he rolls him nice. And I think even he tries to turn his head a little bit to get out, but once those arms are around your neck, it's a done deal. And you can't imagine the squeeze in which you get in the neck and the body.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a real tight place to be, and trying to figure out which hurts the most or what's doing the most damage at that point is very hard. And then the submission is there.
So a couple of things, if we go back to a couple of the defences, and then actually I'm going to get your thoughts on the unlocking the body triangle as well. But if we start from...
Well, the thing is with the body triangle, John, is yes, just getting rid of that body triangle would help, but there's a bigger thing to worry about, and this is these arms around your neck.
Yeah.
So once he had the body triangle, once he stood up with this, trying to help you out a bit. Good, yeah. So once he's got the body triangle, and he kind of at one point has 2-on-1. If it's possible, he could have tried to take that here. Now I have a different problem. Even if my body triangle's strong, I'm now twisted a bit and almost falling away. So what happens here now is this leg is really having to keep tight to keep me up onto you.
Yeah,
it's
I
not
feel
as,
all your weight.
You see how I'm going over here now.
Yeah.
So it's I have a problem now. I'm not just latched to your back. So this in itself may have been beneficial to him, but again, it's one thing saying and another thing doing, but this may have lent, because now I'm also worried about you trying to crank my arm or whatever, so I have to be worried about that. And now the only other option maybe I try is to take your arm, but I have the fence in my way, and I have gravity not on my side here. When you're here, gravity's on my side. I'm more of a better position, you can feel that, right?
Yeah.
Even if I was here, the gravity's on my side. So by taking that arm that's going to go around your throat, if you can grab 2-on-1 and then duck underneath it, I would personally drop the triangle and go somewhere else from here, because I don't have gravity on my side here.
Right.
Especially if you're trying to pull the arm, you're not just going to try and leave it there. You're going to be look, and I'm already sliding off.
Yeah.
So if he could have done, getting that arm across would have paid dividends for the escapes. But again, maybe you try this and the arm just comes out and then off you go. Maybe you do this and I jump off and guillotine you. Maybe.
body triangle. I mean, it started on the floor.
Yeah.
So if I have the body triangle on you,
Yeah.
what are a couple of
Again,
the options?
If you're here on the body triangle, again, this is one thing to say how to defend it, and there's another thing doing it. But I got to make sure my neck is safe. I personally, I don't know whether I would have stood up, because that's a lot of effort. But again, what's my options? I got to make a decision. And if that's the decision, then that's the decision. Me personally, I would have tried to maybe defend my neck the whole time, pinch this leg and try to get this hook away. You know, try and bring this in the middle at least. This hook here. So now I got a bit of the pressure off of my belly, off of my breathing. Then it's possible maybe I'm here, and then maybe I'd start to try and hustle something against the fence.
Yeah.
Maybe, but again, when that body triangle is super on,
And he's laced the leg as well.
you know what I mean? And it's very easy, this very easy. But that is the possibility. I've got to try and relieve some of that pressure. So I try to get the leg back and bring essentially the feet here, inside my legs rather than on my hip,
Right.
potentially.
Okay.
I mean, there are other things, but again, in the heat of battle, it's very hard to make, you're making decisions like this on instinct. So he decided to get up, and then that was the decision he went for. Even when he stood up, it's possible that he tries to get the feet in the middle to relieve some of the pressure, but you're worried about the choke.
Right.
So which do I defend? And I think realistically the choke is the one that's gonna, so that's why it's such a good position.
Yeah.
There's too much to think about sometimes.
Yeah. Good stuff. Thank you very much, Coach Dave. Hope you enjoyed that one. Check out UFC Fight Pass for more of our breakdowns.